Oh, this? Yeah, this is just a remodel.
So, nothing is ever as easy as you think it's gonna be. I quickly learned that the bunk space that I was going to put my studio in is not gonna work. The reflections are gonna be too much, and no matter what I do to treat that space, just the sheer small size of it is going to give me a boxy sound. And with the level that I'm recording at and the kind of work that I'm wanting to do on the road, that is not an option. I need to have my sound perfect, and I cannot have any boxiness, especially because I do a lot of video game recording, which they ask for yelling a lot, and the louder I get, the more of that box you're gonna hear. So I'm going to have to redesign the entire trailer, which I was not expecting to do, but I love to be creative and customize stuff, so it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna have to do, and it's gonna be a bit of work. So let me show you. Please excuse the mess. I've been like tearing things out, trying to understand stuff, but it's like a puzzle. It's like you change one thing and everything is, it's like you pull a thread on a web and everything moves. So I'm gonna turn us around so you can see what's about to happen. Okay, so this is the entrance to the trailer. This space is the bed space. We have a queen on it. We thought this was a queen, is not a queen. And so this is the bed space that we are going to sleep in. And then I've already torn out the tub, so excuse that it's here, but here's some seating space. Over there was what I thought could be my studio space, and then the bathroom. Studio space is not going to work, and that twin bunk area is definitely not going to work for my husband and I to sleep on. We're both 6 feet tall, and he's got big muscular shoulders, so we need at least a full-size bed, which is really about all we're going to be able to fit. So this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This space is now going to be my studio space. What we're going to do is take out the bed and take out that cabinetry. And I already spoke with an audio engineer, a sound design engineer, and he developed a design of how I'm going to soundproof that space. Now, in this circumstance and all circumstances, you want as much space as possible so that sound can disperse. So you're going to soundproof all of the area, but then you want some of that space so it doesn't sound boxy. So what he's suggesting is I soundproof this wall, that wall, and then put a big heavy curtain here so it doesn't create too much of a boxy wall right here. So the sound can kind of move through the curtain, but you know, in a soundproofy engineering way. I trust what he's saying. Not that I really know what it means, but okay. So that's gonna be the new studio space, which means that we need more space here because we don't want the seating space to be the same as the bed space. So we need this space to open up so we can have a bed that slides in to create a little couch, but also slides out. And we're gonna get rid of this wall to kind of open things up. And then we need to figure out where we're gonna put the TV so whenever I'm recording, he can bumble about and do whatever. That being said, the toilet is right where the bed needs to pull out to, so we need to move the toilet. And if we go inside, I already tore out the tub so I can see what we're working with and how lazy they were with the plumbing. Look how big that hole is. That's why insulation is so terrible. Look at all that dirt that came in through there. And then they have all these crazy tubes, like a 2-inch tube that runs all the way through the roof just to let in air for the drainage. Like, it could have been done so much better. So that being said, now what we're gonna have to do is we need to move toilet over but if you see here, there is a beam that they had to put their like snake tube over. Not a good design. Anyways, so we're gonna have to move this toilet over here, which means that we need a new black water tank so we can drill a new hole in it. Then we're going to have to move some of these pipes to go just in between this wall space so it's not lifted up out of the ground. I'm 6 feet tall and our entire ceiling is 6'3", so I wasn't able to stand in the tub without hitting my head on the ceiling, and I'm not going to be living like that whenever we're on the road. So we're going to have to get a new gray water tank so we can drill new holes. We're going to have to reroute that plumbing appropriately because that's coming from the sink, and then reroute this plumbing, right? So we're gonna need to do that. And then they lazily have the hot and cold water lines, just like they didn't even bother putting it in the wall. So it goes through here, and then it's literally just hanging out where you can see it, and then goes through that wall to our fresh water tank. So what we're gonna have to do is figure out how to conceal that in a nicer way. And we're gonna have to remove this wall, redo the wiring, oh my goodness. And then we're going to have to build a custom slide out for the bed with the hydraulics so we can see the stuff underneath. And then I'll be able to start tearing this stuff out and cover up that window so we can make the studio space. We're not even gonna bother touching the kitchen because there's a hot water tank under there, and then this is the space heater, and then obviously we have more plumbing and propane lines and the fridge. So then that would leave this space, which we will have to figure out what we want to do with it, but we will probably, I don't know, maybe put a TV on this wall so it can face one way or the other. But yeah, basically I thought I was just gonna put a little studio in here and call it a day, and we're gonna have to rip out everything. So I guess there's gonna be more for you to see.
3 weeks later.
And this past weekend I ripped out the entire bathroom space so we can renovate the bathroom, then get the bed situation set up, and then get my studio set up. So let me show you what the progress looks like. Aha, look at that. Look how different. So we ripped out, you can see the lines on here. We ripped out the walls here, took out the toilet. It's just sitting there because I was wanting to see what the space would look like. And we took out all the plumbing that was underneath. So we no longer have the old black water and gray water tanks. And let me tell you, it was harrowing to take out that black water. It was absolutely disgusting. So I didn't record it because I wouldn't want to wish that on you to see what that looked like. Okay, so as I said before, this will be the depth whenever the bed is pushed in, so it'll be more like a couch, just we're gonna make it higher so we have more storage. And then we'll be able to pull it out, and it'll be just about the same size as a queen size bed. We'll take this out and then do the studio. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy, we're almost there. All right, so here's a little update video. We tore out the bed space earlier today. I'll give you a better look at that. All right, the bed space is gone. That was drilled in, that piece of wood was drilled in from the outside. So it's always a pain to get those off because you don't want to destroy the walls. So we're gonna have to use an angle grinder. But that space is gone, and you can see the space that I'm gonna have for the studio. I'm also gonna take the cabinet off. We took out part of the bench area just to give us more room, and it's not like we're gonna keep it. Eventually we need to take out this wall, so we're gonna have to take down this cabinet space as well. And we are getting there with the bathroom. So we covered up the old holes, which we have a new flooring that we're gonna put. And oh my gosh, we are through the most difficult part, rerouting the entire plumbing. I don't know if you remember what it looked like. Maybe I'll show a picture right here. But this is so much cleaner, so much better. And it was such a pain. but now we have the hot and cold drain spouts that it's going to be in between the wall as opposed to right in the middle of the floor. And then we have this routed straight down. This is the air valve for the gray tank as opposed to coming out and doing all kind of weird stuff. And then this is from the sink, so we have that going into the gray tank as well. So, and then we have our new floor drain. So this looks so much better. The gray tank is back in. Now all we need to do is put the black tank back on, which you see the new toilet hole and the air valve for the black tank. We just need to pop the black tank on and we can do the fittings from the top. And then next week we'll be doing the red guard and putting in the new vinyl. That's it for this episode. Next episode, we are going to finish this bathroom if all goes according to plan. So fingers crossed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.